Hello. I'm not expecting anyone to be here. Oh, we got into this position already. This is unfortunate. Ooh. Did White overcommit for this? Sorry, I wanted to stream it because there is a... For anyone who wouldn't know, there is a mentor-mentee event going on right now. And so I figured this would be good game review for somebody. I don't know who, but for somebody. I wanted to talk about it because we started with this parallel lines, the separated lines opening. This comes up a lot in modern games of attack, where the advantage of having your line closer to the edge isn't actually that it's like better. It's just that it forces your capstone to try and defend it over on the edge instead of in the center of the board, which is, I mean, what ends up happening, right? I still think CD4 was bad. CD3 felt much better, because this is exactly the problem with CD4, is it's like you're begging for the opponent to try and wrap around you. It's like you're giving them free reserves. Oh, E4 is... Whoa, that's losing. Okay. And suddenly White is uncomfy. They overcommitted. They very overcommitted. I mean, it's fine, right? It's like playable. I mean, this is fine. The problem is like... I'm saying too many times. I'm trying to think of how to phrase my words correctly here. You don't really want this position as White or as Black. I mean, as Black, you're like happy that you got out of whatever this was on the edge, right? This edge crawl was an overcommitment. I think F2 is fine. And then yeah, capstone D3 is good. The main issue is like, now you need to start working for a pivot. And unfortunately, Black has this big wall in the middle of the board that's kind of annoying to deal with. Yeah. And now you're just like, you just gave, by not playing CD3, you basically gave Black 2 less reserves in their stack. Now Black is going to place something, I mean literally anything, and just be happy with the fact that they placed. Smile. Ooh, D4 is cute. It doesn't do anything, but it's a cute idea. It's nice. E5, actually, maybe it helps. Then E5 is, like, useful. Yeah, you, like, pseudo-bowl the capstone. That's kind of funny. D4 is kind of diabolical. I like it. The White capstone's goal here is undoubtedly to come up, right? Otherwise, you have to play, like, F4 to F3, and you just... No one wants to play that move. I mean, no one wants to play that move. I would consider playing that move and then losing in one, like, turn. But then wall F4 is coming and you're just getting drawbridged. Drawbridge being, like, flat under a wall makes it easy to use later. It's like a stored flat that you can throw wherever you want. C1, F2, continue. Sorry, I have to yap. I'm a yapaholic. E5, he... D2 bowls the capstone, but I don't like it that much. I mean, you get D5 here as White and feel mildly okay. I don't like d2 here. I think e5 makes way more sense. No, I see the idea. Because white has momentum. Yeah. SlateBrick will watch this with his mentor Abyss later, and then he'll be like, wow, Cran, just shut up already so my mentor and you can actually learn things. C5 is psychotic. I don't like it. I mean, as black here, you can even start playing for like a horizontal. Put some C1 in here. I like C1. C1 looks juicy. D5 is fine. E5 or something in response, maybe. I don't know. D6, even. Capstone up. Anything works. It doesn't really matter. Crazy guest here. Yeah, Boris. Okay. Yeah, E5 in response or something silly. C1. Please play C1 SlateBrick. It's so beautiful. It's such a perfect square. I mean, it's like begging to be played here, unironically. I really don't know what the answer to C1 is. Probably losing, to be honest. Maybe E5 left? I don't like E5 left. To be fair, it is a fitting response, I think. Bro said Wario. Oh no, then... What the heck? What is this chat? Whatever. Okay. E5 from white here feels very leading. It feels like you have to play something interesting with it. Because E5 is like a natural response if you don't overthink it. Because it feels like it supports your vertical, right? But your vertical is kind of 10 light years away. So if you're going to do this idea, play B4 or something, right? Not that it helps, but sure. C1 finds the idea. No reason not to play this here. E5 left would be my move of choice. Because anything else, and I think you just lose, to be honest. Okay, C6. Sure, D3. I forgot that was a move. C6 is just a better version of the same thing. Ooh, D3 first is actually way better though, isn't it? The problem though is F2 minus is forcing. Or F2 up is a forcing move, so I have to probably play a wall in response, and then I feel a little sad, right? Also forcing. Oh, Tinue. No. Yes? No, barely. diabolical. But yeah, d2 right required here. Almost anyway. Finds it. Scooter probably, like, maybe thought it was anyway. That's a good find, though. That was what I missed after this whole line. That's why, again, c6 first I think makes more sense. Yeah, I just think c6 here just looks so natural. Because the obvious idea is like c6, if capstone up, I get b5 after anyway. And I just got two reserves out of my way for free with tack that you have to like awkwardly defend and lose like half of your threats. You lose all of your vertical threat. Your capstone is probably in a garbage spot now. I don't know where, maybe like on c4? If you really wanted to do it this way. I guess, yeah. Capstone left is like playable, and then some f3 minus, and then do the same thing, right? d3 I think makes more sense than b1, but yeah, I still don't like this. The advantage to me of potentially b1 here is it sets up capstone down, but yeah, this is mildly problematic. Black is still completely winning, but now has to prove it. I would just say capstone up here. b5 even. Yeah, this is Scooter thinking with his brain here, understandably. I don't know what you do though. Because f1 feels wrong. Well, maybe not. f1 is kind of silly. f1 is my kind of silly. Ooh, no, but it doesn't really work, does it? Because now the capstone can come over, it's unpinned. Capstone right early. Oh, not early. f1 was played. And the problems commence from a c6, a5. Ooh, that's disgusting. Yep, I see the problem. Me and Boris are having our own discussion in the background. This unfortunately does not matter. Not really, at least. B1, D2, C6, whatever you like here. No real reason not to force C6. Sure. Right. Hyper-focus on the bottom of the board. It doesn't make a difference. Yeah, white used their one free turn to not great effect, unfortunately, is the problem. Black is, I believe, completely winning. Well, amazingly, this E2 stack is, like, kind of justified now. Because of D2. Because D2 is just, like, not that good. Yeah, 34 plus. D2 is unfortunately not great. The problem with D2 isn't that it doesn't help your threats. I understand the idea behind D2, right? It's a strong shape. It justifies the capstone throw down. It makes things, yeah, this is kind of the problem, right? Is it makes this wall very, very good. You could have even played wall down there and then thrown the wall across to C2 and been happy, right? No matter what happens here, this wall is, this stack on E2, the liability is doing work now. You've set up the liability to do more work. Which feels a little incorrect. Yeah, C6 now. Don't know why that wasn't played earlier, but fair enough. These are, I don't want to say beginner players, but they're close. They're definitely not like the tippity top of the pool. Now is where the question gets asked, do you have to hate yourself enough to do like C5 minus here almost feels necessary, but it also looks so bad. C5 down is like, I mean, it helps everything, right? It makes you happy. Yeah. Stops 90% of the problems. And now that the black capstone has cornered itself for kind of no reason, it's fine-ish. It's still losing, but it's like not lost anymore. You even got your flats away from the liability on F3, so you're happy now. C5 here. I would look for C5 here. Oh no, C5 is bad. Yeah, I think you kind of need it. If you're not playing C5 here, you're gonna cry about it in a few moves. Ooh, cap down is nice. That's a good spot, Boris. Top down is almost game winning, isn't it? What a find. That is not something I would have spotted in this. B3. Rough. Spread. Agreeing with Boris, spread here is a natural move. B3 up, unfortunately, is kind of garbage because C3 up is a response. And then you have this giant stack on C4, which looks not good. I mean, it's fine, I guess, but it looks pretty garbage. Sure, okay. We be capturing. B4 right. I like B4 right here. Looks natural. I don't even actually know how you stop it. C3 up. And then it's just same-ish. Oh. That looks not correct. That looks like a misclick. I guess it's fine, maybe? I don't know. Something quirky is gonna have to happen here. I feel like this capstone is gonna get thrown up or something obscene. Ooh, this is uncomfortable. This looks not good for black. I mean, to be fair, it's fine. You're ahead on reserves. You can cash in, like, whenever you want. I know no one knows I'm streaming, Boris. It's mostly because I want a video for the Mentor-Mentee tournament. And it just happens to be easier to set up a stream than it is to set up all of the other junk. Not that anything I say is, like, real. But, you know, to be fair, it's been weird to analyze this game, partially because I'm tired, and partially because it's been kind of... a lot of the moves I expected just didn't happen, and I don't really know why. Probably because there's not a reason why. This is interesting, though. There is this underlying problem here where these two stacks kind of intersect each other so they can't cash out the same way, which is a little funny. Nope. Spread down. Okay, that's rough. I always have to remember to play forcing moves. Good forcing move, good. Oh. This is... now D3? This is a mild atrocity. What is going on? You can even play fight for this C5 stack now. Because even if white wins the C5 stack, it's like a horror. It's like criminal behavior. I mean, D5 left requires a response. This is no bueno. Amazingly, white is up on flats now, somehow. I don't know how we got here. Oh, does this idea? Okay, cool. I guess it, oh, because it gives up like tack or something weird in stupid directions. Yeah, I guess maybe you need to force it a little harder. And the capstone is a little bit fat. Rip capstone. Oh god. Not like this. D4 right. Ooh. Okay. There's even like wall C3 or something, if you really want to. Wall C3 is funny. Yeah. Now you can't do wall C3 because the C4 stack comes up. Yeah. Make giga stack. I mean, look at this stack. What are you doing? This poor stack. The problem is it is a triple stack, hilariously enough. I think just wall C5. Wall C5 is a kind of a do everything move. You can even wall again after if you really wanted to, like somewhere. Wall D4 is I like less. Significantly less. Spread up now. Yeah, this is not bueno. Capstone up doesn't work. I mean, it does, it's just bad looking. A4 up? Oh, SlateBrick, no! Not like this. No, the tragedy. Yeah, that was... The game came down to... Hold on, I need to pull this up. The game basically came down to, like, Black had more ideas and then sort of self-pinned their capstone. I mean, I understand the reasoning for doing this. Like, for capturing here, you're scared of the threat on the side. I would kind of be too. And you have ways to cash it out. The thing is, this wall is so justified, right? See, this part of the game is weird. I would almost say, like, white is kind of winning-ish here? No. Yeah, I guess it's just like, even if you cash out, it doesn't matter, right? What? I cash out, flats are like barely in my favor at best, and then I just like laugh about it, I guess. Oh yeah, because I can even do like wall D1 or something. No, I'll just laugh. Oh, not wall D1. Duh. Yeah, once this move earlier, cash out, and then just win. Sure, right? Before this, I mean, it's completely... Like, black has to be completely winning in this position. Oh, I should probably be showing, like, the entirety of everything I'm looking at, but it's fine. Yeah, this is, What's this line? Black felt kind of weirdly pinned off with their capstone, and then they just allowed this white capstone to be, like, amazing. The white capstone is still quite bad. C3 is evil. C3 is funny, though. I like it. Yeah, it also wants B4 right here. B4 right is good. And then what was it? The stack down as a response. But I think here you just need to play wall C5 and just be happy with the fact that you've like... This is kind of awful to deal with. Just wall C5 here and you're completely winning. Because once I get this wall here, like, where are you going? What are you gonna do, smash for this? Even then, I could even, like, wall here again. And then you're gonna, like, spread or something? No? That looks awful. Yeah, like, what are you gonna do with this? Take my stack, I take whatever this is, and you're just completely lost. You could even do it this way, if you really wanted the whole stack that bad. Like, anything you do here is free winning. Getting access to this stack is, like, literally game ending. For a second, it was proud of the fact that I played it as 2-1 instead of 1-2. I'm looking at some tilt-tack junk on the side slightly. Yeah, and this is just, like... There's nothing you can do here. Right? It's just completely lost. I like doing it this way because... Well, I guess it doesn't make a difference, right? You can even do this. You can do this. It doesn't matter. Me get access to stack, me win game. Probably actually better to leave a flat here so you can get compensation and they don't get as good of a wall. What? And then I look to like put 3 flats. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter anymore. Once I get this stack, the game is over. Wall up, it's done. Right? The game is done. If you like try and cash out, I just laugh in your face. Like I don't care anymore. It's just complete winning. What, you wall here for this, I guess? And then you pretend you're in time? I can't do that because it's tack even. Yeah, it's it's lost. It's completely lost. The problem is you allow the stack to get away. Allowing the stack to get away is a crime. Like, actually criminal. A4 plus is like saving the day. But that's it, right? It basically buys you enough time to, again, get this giant stack. That's the goal here. The goal is big stack become mine. If I can get big stack, I win game. That's it. There's nothing to it. It's just big stack, win game. And then become happy that you have big stack. Can I even, like, I can even capture here because the capstone is too fat to use it, can't I? Not really, no. The capstone is real. Sure. No, I can't do that either. The capstone is, like, annoyingly well placed. Not very, but enough. Yeah, you can even do this, though, and just be, like, content. And nothing you ever do will ever be enough. I'll just win eventually. Yeah. It's just completely winning. White can't do anything. Anyway. I could go on about that for far too long because I'm far too tired to remind myself I actually need to sleep. So I'm going to stop, turn off stream, handle shenanigans. Hopefully things went well. I hope this game was a good learning opportunity, at least. Not from me. I mean, I didn't say anything useful that game. But I hope SlateBrick learned a bit from it. I hope Scooter learned a bit from it. Scooter is well known for doing these sorts of weird, like, for example, here, this sort of F4 minus idea, where you end up with, like, nearly Tinue. Those sorts of ideas are, like, Scooter's bread and butter. He likes those sorts of setups. So it was cool to see him get that. It was a little rough to see SlateBrick kind of walk himself out of the game. But it's a good learning opportunity. Alright. Have a good rest of your whatever you are going to have, everyone. And good night. For me, at least.